Red October's back at Team Toyota. And with our home team advantage, you'll score even more savings this season. Choose from our winning lineup of new Toyotas, Corollas, Camrys, RAV4s, and Highlanders, all in stock for immediate delivery. Or shop over 200 certified used Toyotas with MVP pricing to deliver quality and value. And when it comes to service and collision repair, our team gets you back in the game fast. Visit us in Langhorne, Princeton, or Glen Mills, or online at teamtoyota.net. Well, just like that, the 2025 season has come to an end. And really devastating, heartbreaking, any other synonym that you can find for those two words. And the Phillies season is over. After losing in 4 games to the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League Division Series. Welcome into Phillies Talk, presented by Team Toyota. I'm Spencer McKercher, once again, joined by Sean Kane, digital video producer, Spencer McKercher, Phillies
pre- and post-game producer, among other things. Yes.
You're locked in.
Yeah.
We're here. Those are your introductions.
It's tough to get off the mat and do this one tonight.
It is, man.
Yeah.
It is. But we're going to try our best. Mm-hmm. We just wrapped up Phillies post-game live. We obviously have a bunch of content still coming out. So I just was telling Sean before the show started that I was like trying to figure out what to even say for the podcast here as we sit down at 11:30 on Thursday night. And I couldn't really think of anything just because of how heartbreaking the way the season ended. And there's a lot to go around. There's a lot of blame. There's also a lot of positives. But I guess we'll start with how the game ended.
Yeah.
Just because of devastating fashion. And Orion Kerkering, I think it goes back, and we'll dive into it. I just want to get this off my chest first. Sure. I think the decision to go to Orion Kerkering was really the icing on the cake of this entire playoff experience with the Dodgers. Just should have happened. It should have not happened. Jesus Luzardo should have stayed in that game and got out of it. But Rob Thomson decides to go Orion Kerkering. The ball comes back to Kirk with 2 outs and the bases loaded, bobbles it, freaks out, throws home, and the Phillies are done.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, take it from there, dude. I don't know. I have no.
You feel awful for Kerkering.
Yes.
Obviously that's something that's going to stick with him for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
The way that season ends, and he just got rattled. The ball bounces off him. He goes to pick it up. Still has time to get the out at first, but I think he just picks up. He looks home and he sees JT, and JT's pointing first, 1-1-1. But at that point, I think his mind was just moving. Just way too faster than his body, and he threw home. And even a good throw, I don't think gets the out at home. I think that was a foregone conclusion. So you just feel bad for him. I'm sure he's going to put it all on himself. And I think Rob Thomson was great. Consoling him afterwards, and said all the right things post game that we lose as a team, we win as a team, and all that good stuff. But just a really unfortunate way to end the game in the 11th inning. And to your point, it's something we talked about a lot. That his inherited runners with Orion Kerkering have not gone well, particularly late in the season. Did not go well earlier in this series, and did not go well again in the 11th inning when Rob Thomson went to him in relief of Jesus Luzardo. So just a really unfortunate way for it to end. You feel awful for Kerkering. He's still a young guy. They're all professionals, and this isn't Little League, so we can't,
correct.
Got a job to do, professional. He's got to make that play. But on a human level, you feel bad for the guy. It's a heck of a way to end the season, heck of a way to end that game. But just, I know we're going here eventually. 4 hits in 11 innings.
Bingo.
4 hits in 11 innings. That's why they lost the game. That's why they got eliminated from the postseason last year. And that's why they lost the series. They didn't hit enough. With the exception of one game, they did not hit. And that's why they're going home.
That's exactly it. You can't. Yes, Kerkering needs to make the play.
Yeah.
Straight up, like you said. But I echo everything that you just said. He's still a human being. And to see him walk off the mound and to see Thomson talking to him, which Rob Thomson, man, what as a human level, Tom McCarthy said it after the game too, and we'll get to his future down the road here. But Tom McCarthy, after on Phillies Post Game Live, said Rob Thompson's the best manager that Tom McCarthy's ever been around.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been around a lot. He's been in big leagues. He's been in the big leagues for Tom McCarthy, we're saying, for 25 years. He's seen a bunch of managers.
Yeah.
And I think I echo that too. But man, yeah, I think just the play in general, I saw some tweets that were like, if he even threw it to first, is there a chance that ball goes 30 feet over Bryce's head?
Right. He
Probably.
was completely rattled at that point.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, you can't have the lights be too bright in that situation, and they clearly were. But like we were talking about, I would have rather them lost on a grand slam. I would have rather them lost on a base hit up the middle where it's an impossible play, and that's how you lose. But nonetheless, and man, I just can't believe it. I think, it just stinks that Jesus Luzardo, man, that kid pitches, off.
Oh,
he was so good. He was so good. The pitching all around in Game 4
was great. You hold the Dodgers to 1 run in 10 innings. Frankly, 2 runs in 11 innings.
Yes, right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the pitching's fault.
Phenomenal,
clearly.
And for it to just come crashing down like that, man, it's brutal.
Yeah.
I guess, because there's not really much to say else about that play, because what else are you going to say?
Yeah.
The scenes of Weston Wilson, Bryce Harper, everyone kind of consoling Orion Kerkering in the dugout after the game as the Dodgers celebrate. I still haven't actually watched the Dodgers celebrate in the field. I collapsed here in the office as soon as he threw home. I just dropped, and I still have yet to watch the play.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said it, man. I think what it comes down to, once again, is this hitting came up short again.
Yeah.
The top 3 guys on Wednesday night in Game 3, 9 of 16. The top 3 guys on Thursday in Game 4, 1 for freaking 14, man.
Wow. Yeah.
1 for 14.
So in the 3 losses, not to interrupt you, in the 3 losses, 1 for 14 tonight, you just said.
Yep.
2 for 21 in the first. So that is 3 for 35 in the 3 losses. So there you go. That's why you lose 3 games to the Dodgers, when you have those 3 guys going 3 for 35 in 3 of the 4 games.
Because I really thought the Phillies were the better team. The way that the pitching staff, I mean, God, Matt Strahm too. I was so nervous when Strahm came in, shuts it down. And then Jesus comes in, does his job. Duran, yes, and we'll get to the intentional walk too.
Yeah.
But these hitters, man, I get Glasnow was great. But that, we know how bad that bullpen is. And Roki was great too. Sasaki was fantastic.
Yeah.
But Vessi's in there, and you can't get anything going. You can't get a ball out of the infield.
Yeah.
Trey Turner's little bloop in whatever inning that was, maybe the 10th, when Trey lined out to Teoscar and right there.
Yep. Yeah.
That was the only ball that left the infield.
Sasaki was just mowing them down. 8 through 10, or however, I think those are the innings he pitched, 8 through 10. Vessi in the 11th for the lefties. It is what it is. It's a lot of things you can point the fingers at. You can point to, a lot of people, I'm sure, in the 7th inning, why did Rob Thomson walk Ohtani, who was 1 for 19, I think, in this series, I think is what he ended up being.
Do you want to dive into that right now?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because I know you had thoughts when it happened. I can see it both ways, but if you want to go first on that, go right ahead.
It's Shohei Ohtani, whether he's 1 for 19. I don't care if he's over 35. It's Shohei Ohtani with runners on 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs in a 1-0 game.
Base open.
I am not pitching to him regardless.
Yeah.
I think it was the right call. And you can disagree with me. That's fine. But it's still the best baseball player in the world with runners on 2nd and 3rd. And it could very easily be 3-1 in a heartbeat. I think walking him was the right call. Duran gets the walk then to walk in the tying run there. But yeah, I don't know. I think you have to walk him there just because of what happens. And then I give Duran a lot of credit. And I saw people on social media, and I'm a social media sleuth, and that's fine. But I saw people saying, Duran was happy and was excited and did his little skip when he struck out Teoscar. Yes.
Yeah, bases were still loaded.
Bases are still loaded. And Teoscar Hernandez, who's basically been the best hitter in the entire series, is up, and you strike him out.
Freeman on deck.
You deserve to feel good about yourself.
No, that's good. Yeah.
And Duran came in and did his job, man. Yes, he ends up walking Mookie. Whatever, all the pitchers were there. Mookie did a great job. It was a great at bat. He staved off what I'm looking at it here.
Great at bat.
So 6 pitches, 2 of them, the 4th pitch and the 6th pitch, were just high. The 3rd and 5th pitches were damn near in the top of the box. 1 and 2 are low. I mean, that's Mookie. He's a professional hitter. You have to attack him. In my opinion, Duran did and just missed his spot, and it led to a walk, which tied the game. But yeah, you can't. I was completely okay with the decision to walk Ohtani.
Yeah, me too. And I have a ton of respect for Mookie Betts. So like that gave me a little bit of pause. Like, oh boy, I get it's Ohtani, but it's not like you want to get to Mookie in this spot either. But no, it's the right call. Not only Ohtani, but it also gives you the option of an out on any base.
Mhm.
You know, wherever the ball's hit, step on a bag somewhere and you get out of that inning to set up the force play. But the drawback is when you load the bases, a walk then scores a run. Or if it's second and third and you walk a guy, obviously bases are still loaded. So the one real drawback of that situation came to fruition where you do load him up, then you can't walk the next guy, and he walked the next guy. So, but yeah, it's Ohtani. He was struggling mightily, like big time struggling, like really didn't have a clue up there. It was crazy how bad he was in that series. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I can't kill Rob Thomson for it. I think it's the solid, sound baseball move to load the bases there, and not deal with Ohtani. But you got to throw strikes when the bases are loaded, and Duran did not. And you got your guy on the mound. Like you got to trust Duran. That's it's a righty thing too. It's another aspect of it. Whereas obviously Ohtani's a lefty, so not going to kill Rob Thomson for that. I know some people will, but I tend to agree with you.
Yeah, I think it was the right call because it's still Shohei Ohtani. And
yeah,
I'd rather 1-1 than 3-1
Mm-hmm.
in the blink of an eye. But I mean, I think that's what stinks too, is that you held Shohei Ohtani 1 for 18.
Yeah. Yep.
In the series.
Yeah.
His only hit came in game 2. And
Right.
he had the RBI there in game 2, the add-on. I think that's what made it 4-0 in game 2 in Philly. But
yeah,
you did that. You held Freddie.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact thing. You held their big guys in check, and you still can't push across runs. It's just heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the fun at bat, Harrison Bader.
Yes, that was great at bat.
I give that guy
Wish
so
it would
much
end
credit.
better, but yeah.
10 pitches, man. And you have a runner on second. Bryce Harper's on second. And Harrison Bader comes in to pinch hit. And it was the moment, man. It felt it coming. Like whether it was going to be a home run or a base hit that scores Bryce to give him a 2-1 lead, I thought the moment was there, and he staved off so many pitches.
Yeah.
And then he just gets fooled by Vesia, who was obviously very fired up, well-deserved. But did you like that decision to go to Bader there in the 11th?
Yeah, I was good with that decision. I mean,
because Marshy's been struggling,
like just bad at bats. And Bader, put together a great at bat. You said it. Obviously, he ended up chasing at the end of it. But yeah, no, I thought that was a fine move. Yeah, it's just frustrating, man. Like 4 hits in 11 innings. Like every time you would go to the bottom of the innings, late in the game, into extra innings, you're like, how many times can we keep getting the Dodgers out before eventually something's going to happen? And sure enough, bottom of the 11th. It's funny, we're sitting here talking. I still can't stop thinking about the way that game ended. Like that's crazy for a game to end that way and a season to end that way. Like, the ball's hit back at him. Like, okay, he scrambles. You got time. And then just, he's coming home. And JT was probably the guy that expected at least.
Yeah.
Well, we could see his face in the replays. Like,
whoa,
the ball's over here.
And the crazy part, Kim misses the bat or misses home plate.
Yeah.
He missed it because JT's foot was kind of there.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he comes back, but obviously there's no one backing it up.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Right, step on the plate.
And he comes back and steps on the plate for the winning run. It's just, I think you're right, man. I can't comprehend. For those that know, my friends and family that know, everyone here knows. And again, people can judge me for this. And the people that already don't like me, this is probably not going to help. I'm a huge Duke basketball fan. And I've had 2 very big heartbreaks in sports in a matter of 6 months.
Yeah.
I felt exactly how I felt after Duke lost to Houston, where they blew a 17-point lead with 8 minutes left in the Final Four.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I felt
sports.
It is sports, man.
And
but I think
magnified in the postseason.
But just this era of Phillies baseball, where there's now free agents, big name free agents. There's a lot of question marks starting right now for the rest of this offseason. And for it to end that way, where, in my opinion, you were the better team than the Dodgers. I think, in my opinion, they were.
Yeah.
Just strictly because of that bullpen and Dave Roberts managing all of it. I think you had everything in your bag. And hell, in my opinion, they gave you that game and you just couldn't do anything. Because you look, Sanchez, 6 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run, 5 Ks. Duran, an inning and 2/3, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Strom, inning, nothing but just zeros across the board besides 1 strikeout.
Yep.
And then Jesus, man, 1 2/3, 2 hits, the 1 run.
1 unearned run.
1 unearned run.
Right.
and 3 strikeouts. And it's funny, we were sitting here when Jesus comes in the game. I was pleading for it the entire game.
Yeah.
Especially in the innings. I was like, you have to go to him. As soon as I saw him warm up, I was like, there you go, Rob. And everyone's like, well, what about game 5? What about game 5? Screw game 5.
You got to get to game 5.
Screw game 5.
Yeah.
Jesus Luzardo needs to be in the game right now, and he did such a great job. Do you think, I don't know, we kind of hit on, but let's just keep going. Do you think that was the right decision? Obviously, hindsight now, it's like, no. But did you like the decision going to Kirk? Beside, like, I think Luzardo needed to be in the game.
Yeah, I would have been okay with trusting Luzardo there. I mean, obviously, Kerkering comes in to face Kike, and he walks him.
Yep.
And then the next batter's Pages, so he faced 2 batters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Thompson's playing the matchups left, right, and obviously Luzardo is he pitched on Monday, it's Thursday, so he started 3 days ago, technically.
I would have let him go into the 18th inning.
I get it. Dude. And Luzardo was good, man. Credit to him. Obviously, it was the first time he came out of the bullpen all season. And he came out dealing.
Yeah.
And he started off at the top of the lineup in the 10th. So, no, he was great. And just think of the starting pitching, Phillies starting pitching in that series, the numbers they put up. Sanchez in game 1 and game 4. What Luzardo did in game 2 and out of the pen.
Yep.
What Ranger and Nola, you count them both as starters. I know Nola's started.
That's fine.
But for those guys to pitch that way and for the Phillies to lose, it's similar to last year against the Mets for Wheeler to come out in game 1 and for them to lose. And then, you go up there to New York and Nola was okay and Ranger was okay, but we're going to get back to it. Why they keep losing these postseason games is because they score 1 run in 11 innings on 4 hits. To lose that series 3-1 with the starting pitching they had, it's crazy. You feel bad for the start. You can't blame the starters. You can't blame the staff, man. That's they deserve much, much better than going home in a 4-game loss in that series.
And the pod last night that you and I talked about after game 3, they had 4 strikeouts in game 3.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts tonight.
They had 12 tonight, only 4 walks. Nick Castellanos the only RBI.
Yep. Yeah.
To give us the 1-0 lead.
What could be his final game as a Philly. I know we're going to get to the offseason stuff, and we can get to it down the road, obviously, in the offseason.
There'll be a lot. There'll be a lot to talk about.
But yeah, there's questions now, and it's just a very bitter way to end a season, man. Just the final play and just the game itself, the series itself is tough. Yeah, you're right. Like if they found a way to win this series, I would have liked their chances in the NLCS against either Milwaukee or Chicago. But it is what it is. They ran into the Dodgers, and it's not like the Dodgers set the world on fire.
No, that's what I'm
Snell pitched well. They had some good starting pitching too. Snell, obviously, and Ohtani, but their offense was not very good.
No,
the big guys, their big guys struggled too. It's a shame.
It is a shame, man, because I think it's the 2 best teams in baseball, straight up, in my opinion. I think it's the 2 best. With the way the Blue Jays are playing, I get it. And the way the Mariners, I mean, we'll see what game 5 brings tomorrow between the Mariners and the Tigers. It's just the 2 best teams in baseball, in my opinion. And it was a heavyweight fight the entire way.
Yeah.
And I just felt like the Phillies were the better team. And you felt it coming the whole time in terms of they couldn't score runs. And I kept saying in the office here, it's a sleeping giant in that Dodgers offense waiting to explode. It can't be 0-0. It can't be 1-0 with the Dodgers going into the later innings. It just can't, because you're not going to win. You're not going to win. It's funny. I was talking to some guys here. We, throughout the season, as you know, stayed late here, just grinding on work and stuff. So I'd always turn on MLB Network to turn it on. And my favorite thing to do would be like, oh, the Dodgers are down 3-0 in the second. Live bet the Dodgers, just because it was like, dude, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Because it was just every single time you're like, they could be down 3-0 to the Brewers and they're going to come back, win the game. They had so many times because it's just a sleeping giant waiting to wake up.
Right.
Yeah. It stinks, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, especially the Dodgers going to win it all now. The Phillies certainly had their shot at them.
And then even there's so many opportunities, like the Bohm hard hit ball to center field late when Bryce was on first there in the, was that the 11th, I guess, right?
Yeah.
The 11th.
Okay.
Because then Bader came up right after that.
Right. Bader was up after that.
For Marsh. Yeah. And Bohm smacks that ball. And it's just getting the gap. Getting the gap, and it couldn't.
Yep.
There's just a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of missed chances for the Phillies in this entire series. And for it to go out like that, man, it's devastating. But let's talk futures here.
Yep.
Actually, before we do that, we got to hear our guys.
Tom and Ruben. Last time.
Here they come.
During the season.
Hey, T-Mac, another great day. Best fans, the best city. How lucky are we?
It doesn't get much better than this. But I got to tell you, our guy missed a lot of the game last night. I think he missed almost a full inning going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I noticed. I mean, he said he kept feeling like he had to go, and then then nothing would come out.
I think he went back 3 times before the 7th inning. Now, that's more than just having too many beer bats.
Nope, it sounds like BPH. It's more common than you think.
Well, it's time to stop holding it about prostate health. Good thing we've got our friends at Temple Health who are way smarter about these things than we are. Let's let the doc explain. So, Doc, what's going on with our guy?
Sounds to me like he's got this problem called BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia. It really means that guys just have trouble peeing.
But there's a solution to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. At Temple Health, there are doctors that really specialize in BPH. Aquablation is one of those things that we offer that many people don't, and other things like prostate enucleation as well. Both of them are minimally invasive that really help guys.
And for most patients, they come out of it feeling fine.
Yeah, I think most patients have a really simple recovery that's straightforward.
Well, that's a big win, because it's better than going to the bathroom a dozen times during a ball game.
Oh, absolutely. These results for guys are long-lasting. Let's face it, prostate health shouldn't be keeping guys out of the game.
Hey, I ran into our guy again. No more backroom sprints. He's back in the game.
He told me it was like the most relief he's had in years, in more ways than one. I mean, he even stayed for extra innings.
Aquablation therapy at Temple Health. Get back in the game. Visit templehealth.org.
Never gets old, that commercial, man. Never gets old. Shout out to Tom and Ruben and everyone at Temple Health for the sponsor and on the Phillies Talk podcast. And welcome back into the Phillies Talk podcast presented by Team Toyota. I mentioned it right before the ad came on there. There's a lot of futures, and we're going to dive into it. There will be a lot to talk about over the next several months.
Yep.
Look for a Phillies Talk podcast. I don't know, maybe once a week going forward here. Because there's still a lot to talk about and a lot to dig through. But I want to start with the manager.
Mm-hmm.
What's the future of Rob Thomson with the Philadelphia Phillies?
Uncertain. I would bring him back if I was Dave Dombrowski. I know we talked about this a couple of nights ago after they lost the first 2 games. I get it. There's going to be questions. I think not only questions about like some of the moves he made, the decisions he made, which I can't get too worked up about. Again, they won because they didn't hit. But there is something to be said for, okay, this team now has won the division back-to-back years, 95, 96 wins, and then fallen flat in the postseason. Like at least 22. Obviously, 22 was great. They went to the World Series out of nowhere. 23 even, that was very disappointing at the end. But they went to the NLCS. Like now they're one and done 2 years in a row. So I think there is the question of, is this the right guy? Is this the right manager to push them to the next level in the postseason? I mean, he almost came within 2 wins of winning a World Series in 22. So I get it. Like there's questions about that. What will Dave Dombrowski do? Dave Dombrowski's a veteran executive. He thinks he's got a veteran team, a talented team. If they can make a few moves, and if he thinks another voice might give them that boost that Rob Thomson gave him when they fired Girardi in 22, then I get it. But I don't know. I tend to agree with Tom. I think Topper's awesome. Just the way he handles people, the way he treats people, the way he handles his players. His players play hard for him. But the results are the results. It's the bottom line, and the results haven't been there in October the last 2 years, and you can't fire all the players. So if you're going to make a change, unfortunately, sometimes the manager's the one to take the fall. I would not, but certainly wouldn't be surprised if they decide to make a change. I'd put it less than 50-50, but I'd say there's a 30% chance that Dave Dombrowski thinks he might need a new manager. But again, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I like those odds, man. I think you're spot on. Bryce Harper's comments were interesting after the game on Thursday.
Right.
Basically saying that's a Dombrowski decision.
Yeah.
And what did he say after that? He was like, yeah, like I'm going to kind of take a step back or something along those lines where it's like, hey, that's a Dombo decision, whatever. Still defended him.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get it twisted. Bryce still was like, I love Rob Thomson as a manager. I love him as a human.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you. I would bring him back. I mean, you won 96 games this year.
Yeah.
And you have back-to-back National League East titles. But like you said, man, it's this falling short. The falling short in the playoffs can't happen, man.
Yeah.
Because 2022 is such a dream season. And I don't know if we'll ever get that feeling back.
Yeah.
Because I thought Jason Stark's article was actually really good. He wrote it the other day where basically he was like, in 2022, the Phillies were the aggressor, right? Like they dictated how the other team played because they were coming out swinging.
Yeah.
2022 and really the first 6 games or the first 5 games of the Arizona Diamondback series in the NLCS in 2023, they were the aggressor. And those last 2 games against Arizona in 2023 and the last 8 games, right? Against the Mets.
The last 2 years.
And now the Dodgers in the last 2 years. It has not felt like that.
Yeah.
It has not felt like that. It's felt like things were tight. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a Rob Thomson thing.
Right.
I don't know if that's him not getting the guys ready. I don't know if are the lights too bright for these guys? I don't know.
Right.
But maybe there is a change of scenery, but that's the thing. I don't think there will be a change of scenery like halfway through the season unless they're awful.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think it's going to be a change of scenery because of this reason. And we'll get to it too. We'll get to dive into some of these guys, but I think it's going to be a whole new look of that team next year.
Yeah.
I really do. I think you're going to see, not opening day, you're going to see Aiden Miller at some point. Mm-hmm. You're going to see Justin Crawford maybe on opening day. You're going to see Andrew Painter possibly on opening day.
Yep.
It's going to be a whole new team with all these young guys now coming up that I think you have to give Rob one more shot.
Yeah.
And see where it takes him.
I hear you. And you know, like at some point you need to mix up the mix of guys in the clubhouse. Like you ran it back from 23 to 24. You made a couple changes here and there, 24 to 25. But I mean, you know, you sign Max Kepler, you trade for Jesus Luzardo, great trade. Romano, that's a bad move. Kepler was really teetering on to be a bad move, and he kind of redeemed it a little bit. But those aren't like franchise altering moves. I think, you know, I'm not privy to this information. I think they tried to make a bigger move last offseason that might have involved Bohm or Castellanos, but other teams weren't really biting. I think Castellanos is gone. Yeah. I think they'll probably try to see what they can get for Bohm again. I don't know. Like I can't sit here and be like, it's Alec Bohm's fault. But like, no, he can't be batting cleanup. You can't. Like, you know, he's a nice player, but like he's your cleanup guy. Like you got to improve. I don't know if they're serious about spending money. There's going to be names out there. If Bryce is serious about moving back to right field, you let Castellanos walk, you put him back in right. Pete Alonso, how cool would that be to get him from the Mets? You know, yeah, well, I get it. But Pete Alonso is a guy who would be great in that lineup.
Yes,
Alex Bregman is a guy that could be available. That he's going to opt out again.
Yep.
And they had, you know, he was on the market last year. Move on from Bohm, put Bregman at third base. That's a guy with postseason chops, a right-handed bat in your lineup. So there's going to be options, and they have money to spend, and you know they got to spend it on some of their own guys. Maybe I think Schwarber probably is priority number one. I have my doubts if Rangers coming back. JT, I don't know if there's really any other catching options they would feel comfortable with unless they work a trade. So, you know, they got their own guys to figure out first. Bader is another guy who has a mutual team option or a mutual option. So there are questions to do with their own guys. And if not, but they got to go out there and they got to mix it up a little bit. They got to decide if the young guys, Marsh, Stott, they had their moments this year, but they were, you know, inconsistent, I think. Are those guys they want to build around? Those guys they want to keep. You know, Max Kepler's deal's up. Are they moving on from him?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too.
Man, but we talked about this too in the last few pods. That's a guy that came up and I was like, I feel good about Max Kepler. Whether he was going to walk, he had a few walks in the last two games. Like the shift and changes of Max Kepler from July really,
right,
all the way to now. It's completely changed my mindset because every time he stepped to the plate, I'm like, he's going to get on base somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's going to fit. Because I really do think Justin Crawford is going to be in play next year.
Oh, you got to bring him up. You got to bring, you know, your guy Eden Miller. I think will get his shot at some point throughout the season. You know, Painter I think will be there. But you know, pitching wise, obviously Wheeler's a question mark when he might be able to come back. But you know, you have Luzardo back, you have Sanchez back. You hopefully Painter comes up. Obviously Nola's coming back. You know, Ranger we shall see. But you know, they got some decent options there in the rotation to see how, you know, Taiwan Walker's got another year on his deal. Who knows how that'll go. But yeah, they'll have enough options, I think, pitching staff wise. But to me, the lineup's something's got to be shaken up there. And I know they put up good numbers in the regular season, but you know, you see it again in October. I just think they need a little more balance there. A couple more guys in that lineup. I thought it was unfortunate the Bader injury.
Yeah,
like Bader getting hurt in game one.
I think it's massive.
Yeah, like if he plays the rest of the series as opposed to pinch hitting twice, maybe he sparks them with a big at bat here or there, and they score a few more runs and they win a few more of these games. I think that's we should note that too. But you know, you can't pin it all on that. They need more consistent offensive performers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because you look at some of these teams like the Blue Jays, which I guess that's a bad example because they're really doing with the home run ball, but like the Mariners and even the Tigers, like those guys everyone's just getting on base.
Yeah.
Where is like we said, go first to third. Where is that?
Yeah.
And it felt like on Thursday too, when it was 0-0 late, even like the 5th, 6th inning, everyone was it looked like the approaches of the plate were just trying to hit a home run.
Right.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you want to win games.
Yeah.
What a brutal day. Oh man. It was funny. I kind of joked before the day started that I was like, the most Philadelphia thing would happen was all three of these teams
all
go
three
over
teams lost.
And here we are.
See much of the Eagles. I was locked in the Phillies. And
we did not either.
Surprised by that final score, certainly.
Yeah. What was 34-17?
Yeah. Let Ruben Dave and the Eagle Eye gang dive into that.
Those guys are going to be coming on here soon.
But
and the Flyers lose.
Mm-hmm.
The Philly season comes. I still can't believe the season came into an end like that. I really do think like the ball going over JT's head is just gonna. We thought it was gonna be the bunt.
Yeah,
Stott's bunt. I thought that was gonna be the everlasting image, but I think Kirk. Oh man. Now we mentioned a bunch of names there. Maybe I'll just rattle off some names.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you said it, so we might be repeating each other here.
Yeah.
Oh man, Sister Jean just died.
Oh geez.
No man, that's breaking news on the pod. There you go. That's kind of a shame.
107,
106, dude.
Wow, that's crazy.
What a life.
Yeah.
What a legend. Rest in peace to Sister Jean.
Yeah.
Look at that. You got
Loyola 2018 Final Four, Spence.
That's right.
I don't know if you know who cut the nets down that year. Not to rest in peace, Sister Jean. But just that Final Four brings the San Antonio down there. So
good times, dude.
Philly season's over though.
V's up, dude.
Let's get back on the task at hand.
Shout out to you and James Jackson, dude. V's up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and then also this, I was going to actually bring this up late, but now that we're talking about it, Jason Stark tweet. That was the first postseason series in history to end on a walk-off air.
Wow. Yeah.
Postseason series.
Yeah.
In history to end. He said Bill Buckner might come to mind, but that was only game 6.
Game 6, yeah. The Red Sox lost game 7 as well that year to the Mets.
Brutal.
86.
I can't believe that happened. All right, some names real quick.
Yep.
Just yes or no, Stang.
Yep.
Ranger?
No.
Really?
I mean, that's not like, get him out of here. I just don't. If you're asking me to predict it, no. I think Boris is going to get big money, and I don't think the Phillies have that. I think somebody will offer him a little more money, maybe more years than the Phillies will, and I think he's gone.
Sorry, still laughing at San Antonio. Yeah, I don't know, because it is the positive news is Zach Wheeler will return next year.
Mm-hmm.
The positive news is that Christopher Sanchez and Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo has arbitration eligible.
Yeah.
Sanchez, which that deal will go down as still one of the best deals in all of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make $3.5 million next year.
It's crazy.
That's that guy's going to be. I mean, Paul Skeen's still there, but that guy deserves to finish second place in the Cy Young this year. But you have those 3 young guys. Aaron Nola's still there as well. I don't know. I would like to think Ranger's going to come back, but I think I'm with you. I don't see a world where he does, just because of Boris and money and fit for everything else with the Phillies. I don't know, but man, that guy.
Oh, you'd love to have him.
And when I saw a video, dude, that guy, he made his comments known in spring training this year. Like, all he's known is Philadelphia.
Yep.
Right. He basically grew up in the Phillies organization. And I saw a video on social media of him walking off the field after game 2 on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of like took a little like step back before he went in the dugout, walking out of the bullpen, and kind of just like looked at the seats. And it was really sad moment for Ranger.
I mean, it'd be great to have him, Luzardo, and Sanchez, and Nola, and then Wheeler comes back, and Painter's coming up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think in my mind, who knows? Maybe they go out because you didn't see Luzardo coming last offseason. But like just the guys they have currently in the organization, if you open the season, not including Wheeler, assuming he comes back in May or whenever, if you go Sanchez, Luzardo, Nola, Taijuan Walker, like I think serves a purpose in a regular season as like a 5th starter, and he can hold down the fort till Wheeler comes back if Painter's ready to go. I think that you can survive with a rotation like that. Now, obviously, it's a lot stronger with Ranger, and if they prioritize them, then good for them. But I'm saying no. It's a long-winded no.
Copy that. JT.
Yes. I just don't know where else they go. I think they signed him to like a 2-year deal. I think JT helped himself a little bit in the postseason. He put together good at bats. He was up and down as he tends to be offensively, but tons of credit to him for the work he does with the pitching staff. He's a leader. I think he's back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. He really, I think, in my opinion, he was your best hitter in these 4 games in the playoffs. And that's the JT that we've known and grown to love. Great at bats.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's still the captain of this team defensively too. He's great behind the plate. All the pitchers trust him, love him.
Yeah,
it's JT Realmuto should come back. The name that was kind of floating around there is Adley Rutschman, possibly on the trading block.
Yeah,
would that entice you at all if they can't resign him?
Obviously, the name entices you, and I don't think he had a great year this year. But he's younger, and he's younger, and he obviously has the pedigree of being a top pick. I don't know. I think that's kind of a dicey thing, and who knows how available he'll be and what they'll want in return. So I think JT comes back. I think JT's back for a year or 2, but at some point you got to get a future at catcher, because the clock's ticking on JT, and catchers obviously once they get up to be 35, 36 years old, that gets really, really dicey in terms of them staying healthy.
That it does. Harrison Bader.
Interesting. All right, yes or no? I'll say no, and I want him to come back.
Yeah.
But I just think he's a guy that, if he thinks he can get more than the $10 million option 1 year, if he thinks he can go out and get a multi-year deal, I think he'll go get that. He's bounced around quite a bit. I'm sure there'll be some interest. We'll see. But, you got Crawford waiting. But, other than that, though, maybe you put Crawford in a corner outfield spot. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Marsh. I think Nick's gone. So I think there's some dominoes to be pushed around there. But if I had to say right now, I'd say Bader, no, but wouldn't shock me, yes. And I would love to have him back. I thought he really obviously gave him a spark, but I'm going to say no on that one.
Copy that. Yeah, I think he fits so well into this clubhouse. We've seen it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a huge storyline. He came through for this team so many times as soon as he came over from the Minnesota Twins at the trade deadline. And I think he was really, really missed in the last 3 games here. Dramatically missed.
Yep.
Because you have Harrison Bader coming in that lineup, probably maybe batting 5th, depending on how Rob wanted to kind of put the lineup together. I trusted that guy to come up with a huge hit every single time. I would love if he came back, because right now I would love if your outfield next year is Brandon Marsh, Harrison Bader, and Justin Crawford. That would be my starting outfield for 2026.
Okay.
But we'll see. I think it's a guy that if you're Dave Dombrowski, I don't know if I'd offer him maximum money, but I mean, you gave Max Kepler $1 million or 1 year, $10 million. You gave basically the same thing to Whit Merrifield, and that's exactly what his option is. So I would pick that up if I'm Dave Dombrowski. But like you said, if I'm Harrison Bader, you're obviously going to listen to some more offers and you collect some more money. The big one, I know you said it.
Yeah.
Kyle Schwarber.
I think he's back.
100%.
I do. I think he's back.
Man.
I'd be shocked if he's not back. I think he wants to be back. Of course, he'll explore the market. He'll have some suitors, given the year he just had. You don't need me to sit here and tell you, obviously, what he means in their clubhouse and the leader he is and the teammate he is. And I think that's a huge part of it. I think they really would lose a lot of their identity if they lose him. They'd also lose 56 home runs. So, yes.
And 132
RBIs.
Yeah.
I mean, 132 RBIs. So, yeah, I think he's back. It's going to cost them. Probably going to prohibit their chances of bringing back Ranger Suarez and maybe Harrison Bader, because they'd have to re-sign Kyle Schwarber. But yeah, I think he's going to age well too. I think he's a guy that, knock on wood, he played all 162 this year as a DH. I think he can continue to do that. But I think he'll age well. I think he'll continue to produce into his mid to late-ish 30s. So would not have a problem giving Kyle 4, maybe 5 years.
Yep. You hand him a blank check and say, here, whatever you want, put whatever number you want down there, put however many years you want in there.
Yeah.
And keep that kind of core of Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, keep that whole core together and bring in some young players. There's no chance. And man, his post-game press conference or post-game availability after Thursday, he gets choked up, started talking about it. And that's when I was like, oh man, I started getting choked up too. Like, it was just like,
you feel for him,
that guy, man.
He pours his heart into it.
He pours his literal heart into it. And he means so much to this team, everyone. And he knows that he means a lot to this team. And I think he even said, you get together with these guys, you spend basically more time with this guy or this clubhouse than your family. And that turns into a family. And this team was a family, as we've well known, but it might be time to shake up the family a little bit. I'm going to throw out 3 names real quick before we wrap up. Stott, Bowman, Casty.
I think Casty's gone.
I think Casty's 110% gone.
I think they're going to keep Stott. I think Stott plays such a great second base. He kind of got out of that funk towards the end of the season. So I think he's a productive player. I think Bohm's gone. I'll say Bohm's gone. I think they probably would prefer to do that last offseason. Didn't find a deal that they thought was good or at least fair. So I think maybe that's the shakeup coming. They move on from Bohm. However, what do they want to trade him? And then maybe they look for a third baseman in free agency. I'd look at Alex Bregman again. I'll reiterate that one more time. Yeah,
I think you package Alec Bohm, Nick Castellanos, I don't know, somebody else, anybody, a prospect or two. Don't even.
No.
That's not going to happen, especially not for friggin' Stephen Kwan.
No, I think Aiden Miller is a big part of their future. Seriously,
he better be, dude. He better be. But I thought that's what you're laughing at.
No, I was just laughing at the Bohm Castellanos package. Like, who else are we going to entice these teams? I mean, Bohm's in it. I shouldn't say that. Bohm is a young player who has a proven skill set, who has produced at the big league level. But I don't know, like, for Castellanos, like, they're going to have to eat. He's still got $20 million left on that deal in 1 year. Like, they're going to have to eat a pretty big chunk of that because it's just did not go well this year with Nick for a lot of reasons.
It didn't, and
had a couple big hits in this series.
And that's the thing, man. He still came through per usual in the playoffs. We've seen that from Nick Castellanos, and I truly appreciate what Nick Castellanos did for this team over the last 3 years, because it's been special and it's been fun. But yeah, I just don't see a world where he comes back, and we'll see with Alec Bohm. I don't know. I think there has to be a shakeup. You can't. You've seen running it back twice doesn't work.
Right.
So figure it out. And it comes down running it back with the pitchers, completely fine.
Yeah.
You're starting pitch, and you add Jesus Luzardo, who secretly was maybe the best acquisition for the Phillies all season. You can throw Duran in there, you can throw Bader in there, but getting him the offseason was huge.
Yeah.
But the starting pitching isn't the worry. We've been saying it all year.
No.
The lineup is the worry. The worry all this entire season was, once they get to October, are they going to show up?
Right.
And guess what? They freaking didn't.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a shame, man.
It's a rough one, but lots of discussions to come over the next few weeks as we wind down the postseason and get into the winter meetings and free agency and the long slog that is Major League Baseball free agency, where nothing happens for months at a time until spring training finally comes around and there's a deadline. And next year we'll have a work stoppage to really sink our teeth into too.
Can't wait. Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Real quick, I know we talked about it as we wrap up here. I'll start real quick, and I want you to kind of dive into like your behind the scenes stuff. I want to thank everyone here at NBC Sports Philadelphia. Inside and out, the best media company, in my opinion, on the East Coast, hell, in the entire country. If everyone came in here and saw the hard work that everyone puts in here, especially the Phillies crew, not even the on-air talent, but everyone behind the scenes, we have a rotating personnel where there's different editors on the TV side for every game. Ryan Waldoff, Sean Duffy, James Convey, all those guys.
Johnny P,
the Mets fan. They do a phenomenal job. All those highlights that you see, those are the guys making every highlight that you see. Justin Boylan, our guy Sketch, brand new, coming in here. Graphics, Pauline, who's no longer with us, who did a great job.
Kobe Noon is
one of the most
MVP,
dude.
Of the TV production
I
side.
love that kid so much, man.
Yeah.
What a guy Kobe Noon is. He works at Fanavision as well.
Yep.
So all the Duran stuff that you see, he helps out with that. And he's here being one of the best people to work with that I've ever had the pleasure to work with here at NBC Sports Philadelphia. And then everyone on the digital side, Clayton Dyer has been helping me out every single time with these Phillies games. He's got a Sixer season now to worry about. Alex Ruane, my guy, helped out a bunch too. Derek Souders helped out a bunch. And of course, Tom Feiner, who's one of the best bosses I could ever ask for. So, and that's on my side.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick too. Brooke Destra, incredible. And Ava Cheeseman, legend. That girl bust her ass. She came in here ever since the start of really kind of like the middle of last season. She is killing it. A superstar in the making. I love that girl. She's incredible. Go ahead, man. I know there's a lot on your side behind the scenes with Phillies pre and post.
Yeah, you named a lot of the editors, obviously, and production assistants. The baseball season's long, man. It's every day, and people are in here every day. Good and bad, good games, bad games, good shows, bad shows, and everybody's doing their best. And it's just tough, the grind of an every day for the baseball team, but obviously there's people who work at the stadium and people, but for us too, like covering the team digitally and people like Bob Cooney, who write for the website. And, it's a lot of people putting a lot of work into it. The game crew, I thought did an excellent job. And then of course the guys you see on TV, Michael Barkan, Ricky Batalico is kind of like the two main driving forces of our pre and post game shows. Ben Davis is here quite a bit as well. And of course, Ruben, it's just a cool crew. Those guys really care. They're really passionate. And they bring the energy every day, which isn't easy during a baseball season. So thanks to them. Thank you, everybody, for watching the pre and post game shows, for watching the games. Like, our ratings have been off the charts. And a lot of that is because, yes, the team wins, but, we try our best to put a good product on the air. And digitally, you guys, Spence, do a great job. And Tom Feiner, like you said, and your whole crew. It's a lot that goes into covering a baseball team. It's a long season, a shorter postseason than we had thought again. But yeah, hats off to everybody. It's a lot of fun working with everybody here. It's a fun place to be.
And hey, real quick, shout out to Corey Simon.
Yes.
We miss him dearly.
I miss Corey for sure.
Phillies Talk co-host, one of the best writers in all the land. best of luck to him in his future.
Mhm.
Cole Weintraub as well came
Yep.
in and did a great job filling in. Brooke Destra covered some games, and shout out to Noah Levick, our Sixers main beat writer,
Yep.
jumped in and covered a bunch of games this season for the website. So every article that you saw, man, it was a whole total team effort, and really we can't do it without those guys. So just a quick shout out to them because, like I said, I think we're one of the best RSNs in the entire country, let alone just the East Coast. So that's gonna do it. I still can't believe they freaking lost like that. Oh my god. Okay. There's gonna be a lot to talk about, a lot to digest. But we'll have you covered here on the Phillies Talk podcast. And I want to thank you guys, the listeners, for letting me jump in here this season, really kind of taking it full on, man. This has been a dream of mine ever since I was little to have an opportunity to speak about sports in general. And this is really the last 8 years have been a dream here at NBC Sports Philadelphia. And then now having the opportunity to be co-host with you, dude, and get emotional here. No, but seriously, you stepping in, that's for the departure of Corey has been incredible. And
thanks for having me, man.
Of course, man. And my dad is a big fan of yours.
Oh, good.
And he talks every time about you, and really the friends and family that listen all the time. I have a bunch of friends that constantly listen, and for them, the support and the acknowledgement of really how great you've been as well, man. It's been incredible. And I'm looking forward to an off season of golf before it gets too cold here.
Yep. Some golf and some more podcasts. Hopefully.
That's right, baby.
You'll still have me. I'm happy to join throughout the off season and co-host with you. And lots of things will be worth discussing the next few months here.
And we got some beers to drink now.
Yes.
Too. We got a lot of beers to
For
drink.
sure.
Time to get nuts with the off season, because there's going to be some beers to drink after the season ends. So that's going to do it. We got to go home. I still have work to do. Thanks for listening to the Phillies Talk podcast. Unfortunately, the season does come to an end in devastating fashion, but really, truthfully, we can't thank you guys enough for listening, including the Dodgers fans who gave us a bunch of good comments and love. Appreciate you guys too. So we'll catch you guys at some point, I don't know, in the near future here.
Yep.
Because like I said, there will be a lot to discuss. So we're landing this friggin' plane, dude.
Yes,
Land it. You got to go home. There's a big weekend ahead. Thanks for listening to the Phillies Talk podcast presented by Team Toyota. I'm McKercher. That's Sean Kane. We'll catch you guys soon.